Assalamualaikum. This video is about a paper 2 exam paper question, A-level economics. The question is from variant 2-1, June 2023 exam series and question 3 part B. Let me read out the question with the help of a diagram. Assess whether the benefits of a buffer stock scheme for an agriculture goods always exceeds or outweighs its benefits. It's a 12 marks question, and as you are aware that part B of paper 2 questions have 12 marks and they are divided in this way. Analysis of one policy or one side of the argument, 4 marks. Analysis of the other policy or the other side of the argument, 4 marks. And evaluation, 4 marks. And in every question, there is an evaluative word. And for this question, evaluative word is always. Does it always happen? Do the benefits always exceed the cost? So first we talk about buffer stock, even though the question does not specifically mention any other policy, but we have to compare buffer stock scheme with another policy. So we'll talk about another policy as well. So first, buffer stock. Buffer stock, what is buffer stock? We need to be giving a definition of that. Buffer stock is a minimum level of stock that needs to be kept to meet unexpected changes in demand and supply. So that could be a definition of buffer stock. Now what happens in case due to a supply shock, due to maybe a drought, maybe due to untimely rains or floods or any other problem, the supply curve for agriculture goods fell. Shifted to the left and supply decreased. So initial price was P naught, initial quantity was Q naught, initial supply curve was S naught and demand curve was D naught. Due to some problems, weather or climatic conditions, the supply curve shifted to the left, and that would have led to higher prices, and that would have made this affording this essential agriculture goods difficult for the consumers. So to keep prices at P naught, the government needs to do what? The government needs to this shortage. There is a shortage. If at this price P naught, to overcome this shortage, the government may release stocks which they have already accumulated. So use the stocks, overcome this shortage, stop price from rising. Now that is buffer stock. So what does buffer stock do? In case supply falls unexpectedly, and in case there is a shortage of the product, and in case there is an upward pressure on prices, the government can use of the stocks they have already accumulated over years, release them to the market, help overcome this shortage and prevent the increase in price. So that is one way of doing. The other, maybe due to some reason, the supply rises unexpectedly. Initial price was P naught, initial quantity was Q naught. Supply rises, it's a better crop. Now, farmers may not be able to use or sell this surplus supply at a good price, and they may get discouraged, and they may not be willing to supply the same product in the next year. So to help farmers to stabilize prices, to prevent a fall in price and to prevent a fall in the income of the farmers, the government may, this is the surplus, the government may buy this surplus. So buy this surplus and accumulate stocks. So in this case, government will release stocks to overcome shortage. In this case, government will buy up stocks from the market and accumulate stocks to help farmers continue selling the product at the price that was initially forecast for them. So that will help farmers continue getting stable prices and continue getting stable incomes. So what are the benefits of buffer stock? This is how to explain. In case of a supply bumper, stocks are accumulated. In case of a crop failure, stocks are released. In both cases, supply and demand remains equal to each other and prices do not fluctuate much. So what is the benefit of buffer stock? Number one, stability in prices and stability in farmers' income. Now that is very important. Farmers are usually poor people, and a massive fluctuation in their incomes will discourage them, and they may leave their occupation and join something else, and that may affect the future supply of agricultural goods. So the first benefit, that it prevents fluctuation in prices, it prevents fluctuation in income, gives stability and confidence to the farmers, so they keep engaged in the business of providing essential food items. First benefit. The second benefit of food security. Food is essential good. If farmers are discouraged and they stop producing, the whole security of the country could be jeopardized, could be in danger. Because if there is no food, there could be fights, there could be riots, there could be clashes, and there could be law and order situation. So stable income for farmers, food security, and timely provision of essential goods are the benefits. So the benefits of buffer stock scheme are summarized here. But there are costs as well. It's not very easy to maintain the buffer stock policy. The first disadvantage, there could be wastage. You keep goods in the stock. They are perishable goods. They have a limited life. They may be wasted. And of course, if government is doing that, the government is always inefficient. There could be corruption. There could be misgovernance. There could be theft. There could be misuse of those reserves. The other thing, you need space. You need money. So opportunity cost of space, opportunity cost of money. If government puts money in keeping stocks of goods, they cannot use that same money or same space for something else. Opportunity cost. 3, the farmers may overproduce. The government may not keep the stocks at the correct level, and the level could become unsustainable. The governments often fail to estimate the demand and supply, and they don't have the mechanism. So they may overstock or they may understock. So this could be a problem so the problems of buffer stock are wastage, opportunity cost. So there is a dot. So this is only one policy. We have to talk about an alternative policy, and the alternative policy could be a subsidy. Instead of buffer stock, the government may give a subsidy to the farmers to encourage them to produce more. So government may give them the subsidy, and that subsidy will lower cost of production, will shift the supply curve to the right, will lower the price, will make the product affordable for the consumers, and help farmers sell more. On the other hand, the farmers will be getting a higher price because they will not only be getting the market price, they'll be getting the subsidy from the government as well, the financial grant. So you can show the graph for the subsidy, and that is supply curve shifts rightward. For subsidy, initial price was P naught, initial quantity was Q naught. Because of subsidy, supply curve shifted to the right and quantity risen to Q1. Do not forget to label the diagrams properly. So this could be the impact on subsidy. Now we move to evaluation part. Do the benefits always exceed the cost of a buffer stock scheme? So we may say, yes, they do. The benefits of buffer stock scheme are there, but we have to look at which price the government has guaranteed the farmers. If the price guaranteed to the farmer is very high and not sustainable, farmers may continuously oversupply, and it may become impossible to keep storage of goods which are in surplus every year. A buffer stock scheme can work for a longer duration of time only when average production remains equal to average consumption through over a longer period of time. But if average production is always higher, and stocks will keep on accumulating, buffer stock scheme will fail. So first thing which is important to ensure the benefits exceed cost, the government keeps stocks at a realistic, at a reasonable level, and does not promise a price to the farmer which is unrealistic and which may put unnecessary burden on government resources. It also depends upon the use of technology. To what extent the crops, the agricultural goods can be stored. If technology is good, if the storage space is good, if the storage space is safe enough, this policy will be more successful. But this policy may not be successful if stocks are not kept carefully and they are not kept in safe conditions. Thirdly, government funding. If the government has available funds, this policy is more sustainable. But if government is short of funds and government has limited resources, has a budget deficit, in that case, this policy may not work in the best interest of the people, as government may have to sacrifice many other essential areas to be able to invest money in buffer stock scheme. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.